What's up, my sneaker family? Welcome back on board and welcome each and every one to the family, and make sure that the subscribe button to stay connected with me. I also got Instagram at mysneakeryt. And what are we going to do today is pretty simple. Indeed, it is really simple, because we are transforming this from factory laced, aka all over the place. I don't know what they do, but anyway, we'll fix it. Lace locks. This time not needed. If you want me to do a video with lace locks, no big deal, I'm going to do it for you. And this is what I personally wear. It is pretty simple. It is loosened up, nicely made, and what's important to me is that the tongue part is tilted forward and stays in place and not flaps backwards. And this is pretty simple. Just do it like this with this little system that I'm going to show you. So I would say let's get it on and start the show. Alright, so what are we going to do? First is obviously getting rid of all the laces, because you cannot simply widen it, because it will be totally different from here to there. And then I'm going to show you what else is important. So removing the lace locks is pretty simple. Just pull, and then important, pull a little bit like this, and then start removing the laces individually, because they are not going to fit through that hole both at the same time. There's our lace lock, we can take it out. As you can see, got the Jordan brand logo right here and right there. Make sure that you can see through it, and then put it aside, store it in the box so you don't lose it. Next up, best thing is sitting down, putting the sneakers between your legs like this, hug it with your legs, and then just pull it. We are doing it like this. Obviously it works as well. And make sure not to totally rub onto this lacing system, because it can brush up your laces and then start ruining them. So as you can see, I'm always put it like this, so it's got a straight line, and then I pull. As you can hear, pulls nice and straight. We got the laces completely out of the sneaker, except for the bottom one, the base. And I've seen people putting the laces right in the second hole, but it doesn't make sense, because we got two holes, one hole, two holes. So as you can see, if you start right here, you got to go to the inside hole and then to the outside or the inside, which means it makes a line like this or a line like this. Doesn't make any sense. We got a fixed tongue in place, which means the outside holes doesn't make any difference, because the tongue is held in place by this rubber band. Okay, so we are starting up, making sure that we continue with consistency, which means always go from the inside of the sneaker first to the outside, and then the outside over the inside. Making sure we widen it at every step, but I will teach you how. It is pretty simple. We are going to take our laces, making sure they are straight, which is the case with mine. A little bit off, but that's totally fine. Then we are taking the laces at the top, making sure everything is straight, which means we are grabbing on to this side and hold it like this. Like I said, between your legs is the most easiest part, because you can simply hold them sneakers in place while you are doing the motion. So inside to the upper hole, holding the sneakers and pulling through like this. Good. Then we are going from the outside of the sneaker, this side obviously, as you can see right here, with our technique, which means putting it through, holding, and then pulling, and it all comes together well. Bit more, and after every step you take, make sure to widen it and set them to your desired length and height. Some have bigger feet, some have smaller feet. This is of course important, and making sure it is not too wide, because as I said, it doesn't make any sense when the tongue is fixed. Then we go from the inside of the sneaker again to the outside, top hole, and start pulling it through like this. As you can see right here, I've got a little twist in it because, as you know, I have to hold the sneakers in place. No problem at all. Take both sides, turn them, and they are perfectly straight. Next side, grab it, pull through. Boom. As you can see, perfectly. Not perfectly, not perfectly. Looking. Alright, checking it out. Result is pretty pleasing. Widen, as you see. Now it's got a perfectly shape, not too flat, but not too wobbly, which is a thing I really do not like. And we continue like this. This is the third stage, which is the hole, which has only got the top section hole, not the underside. Okay, I've turned the sneakers around for you. Now we have to simply think of, this is the inside, that's the outside. Now it's pretty much a lot easier because we can just, we have less rope because they are pretty long, honestly, but we get it done. Make sure to hit the top section, not the bottom section of the holes. Make sure it's straight. If not, twist and turn it, no big deal. Checking it out, it's a little bit too loose for my taste, so we got to adjust, which means a little bit like this, a little bit like this. Widen it again to give it a lot more breathing space. As you can see right here, it looks pretty nice, pretty relaxed, no stress at all, pretty nice shape. And this is how we continue from the inside to the next section. Boom. As you can see right here, for example, this one is not like completely straight, it's more like coming out this way. So make sure to check out, does this work? Could be, but this one is a lot more relaxed. So we take this direction. So not like this, but to the top, moving the laces to the top a little bit, and then we can get through. Okay. This is our final section of the lacing part. Now we make sure everything is how we want it, and obviously comparing it to what we've already accomplished. Okay, as you can see here, we got a little bit more tightened up spaces, which means we are going to do this on the other one as well. Which means we're going in right here, right there. Okay, I think we got it. Let's compare them. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Alright, so as you can see right here, we only laced to this part, and where the ankle part begins is left over. What we are going to do now is pretty simple. We want to show the Jordan logo and the tongue. As you can see right here, it already looks beautiful. And what is the purpose of having two laces like an X for no Jordan please, covering the logo? Doesn't make any sense. So we are going to put, this is the pretty important part if you want to achieve this look, this one up front, this side flap up front, which as you can see right here, is holding it in place. What we are going to do now is taking the laces, obviously straight, pulling them right there, and as you can see here, there's a gap. Pull it inside this gap and out at the back door. Other side as well. Taking the laces straight, and then you can, as you can see here, this is how they look, wide, and how small they can be. And this is where we go through, like this, and out through the back door. What we are going to do now is pretty simple. We need to hold it in place, because like this, it can easily, as you can see, I've already adjusted it, flat back like this. And that's what we do not want, which means we're going to have to hold it in place. I give you the perfect lighting. So, as you can see right here, what can we do to adjust it? Pretty basic. We are tying a knot, but not just any knot, because we need to give it a little space to breathe. And obviously your foot needs to get in as well. So we can check it out. Okay, that looks good. Doing it like this. As you can see, there's a little gap. Then we hold it. You need to turn it around. No, I need to do it like this so you can see. But do yourself a favor. Put the sneakers like this, and then you can easily tie a knot. I'm going to do it in front of the camera like this. So, just a tiny one. It was already a little bit too big, but that's totally fine because of the angle I chose. So, then you can simply put that right there, and then the laces through the front bottom of the 4 holes. Other one, obviously, as well, like this. And then you can adjust it to the length you want. Take a look at the sneaker. How does the sneaker look? A little bit out of shape, looks like 2 ears. Now it's looking more like a sneaker, obviously. How does the other one look? A little bit better. So we adjust it, and then we get 2 pairs of sneakers that look fantastic. As you can see right here, holding the tongue in place is sensationally good looking. This is how I love my moonshines, this is how I love my Jordan 5s, and I thank you so much for watching this and enjoy some extra material that I put up for you. See you next time. If you got any questions, leave a comment down below, I'm going to answer it. And for more videos, simply ask me. If you want to see a lace lock video, they're still laying right here. We can do it, we can make it happen. So I see you next time. Goodbye, my friends.